It's like 0 degrees out here, and this guy's playing the saxophone right now. His throat is probably killing him, but that's just how dedicated he is. Meet Dai, a young kid with the dream to be the best jazz player in the world. And trust me, he's not a slump either. Blue Giant is a story about 3 characters, Dai, Yukinori, and Tamada. And their journey is to form as a band to play at the Soul Blue Club in Japan. This is like the equivalent of playing at the biggest club in Hollywood, by the way. And at first, they suck. Not because they're bad individually, I mean, well, 2 of them aren't, but because they have to learn to play around each other. Dai is an amazing saxophonist. This guy's been playing for 3 years, but he decides to move to Japan with nothing but his saxophone. I mean, I don't even think he has $1 on his way over. And he works his behind off to make a name for himself. He's shooting from half court. You can't even practice this kind of shot. Yeah, he's your typical protagonist that believes he will be the best, but what I love about this story is that it's not a character with the struggle and belief. He's not a person who has to grow into thinking he can become the best. From the jump, he's confident and believe ain't nothing stopping him. He's an optimist, and we see his energy carry his group to success because he believes in himself, and that energy radiates across his whole group. Enter Yukinori. No, I mean literally enter Yukinori. The way this pianist meets Dai is by staring too hard at his Johnson. He said he was looking at his callus, but come on, bro. Look at your face. We know you're lying. By the way, y'all, ain't nothing wrong with having a conversation in the bathroom, but at the urinal? No. Yukinori is a realist. He's a very honest person. Here's a good comparison. Dai is like the Kanye, not in the interesting ways, you know, where he be talking about all his mess, but in the sense that he could be 5'3", and if his dream is to be in the NBA, he believes he can do it. Yukinori, on the other hand, won't even pick up a basketball. This man got blessed with how nice he is at the piano. Yeah, he did put in a lot of hard work, but shoot, the way he plays, you couldn't even hate on him if you wanted to. This dude dances on the piano. What stands out about this film is how it approaches the theme of passion and discovering it. You may be feeling the pressure of wanting to know what you want to do in life right now because the world is telling you to. But this film shows us sometimes we just gotta try things. The drummer of the band, Tamada, truly decides to pick up the drums when he has his golden bulb moment. One night as Dai is playing a song on his saxophone, Tamada is coming to thank him for the rent. While Dai is playing though, he asks him if he could be his metronome, just to stay on beat. Now Tamada is thinking, why are you asking me? 1, 2, what do I even have to do this? I don't have no sticks, no drums, but you have a Coca-Cola and a stick. Yeah, tapping the stick in a steady pace is all this man needed to realize that he wanted to become the next Andrew. And the fact that Dai is an optimist, he actually believes that Tamada can do it. And the fact that he is the landlord. Yeah, you didn't forget how I said he came to thank him for the rent, right? Yeah. Chasing passion isn't always forgiven though. Imagine trying your very best to do something, and it fails. After one of the band's performances, Yukinori was told by one of his higher ups at Soul Blue that his music wasn't even different. It's pretty samey, unoriginal, trash. That's basically what I was hearing. And it messed up his psyche for a minute, because when his team notices, they realize they can't even help him unless he himself sees a glimmer of hope. If he doesn't believe that he can get back up after getting knocked down, it's pointless. This is when Yukinori was brought back to why he liked jazz in the first place. It's fun. He stops playing it safe and just starts playing. Now, film about music better get one aspect right though. The music. Can you imagine that I'm talking about this movie and the music end up being Nah, but the music in this film is beautiful. Before this movie, I didn't fully grasp the concept of jazz. Like, I get the majority of it had the piano, it had your saxophone, but that's about it. My main background of jazz is loving one of my favorite artists. Rest in peace to him, and I'm sure y'all know who he is. Nujabes. But what the film got me to understand is the improvisation of jazz. When these guys perform, they have their moments where they have solos during the performances. And this is when each of them enter their flow state. You know what I'm talking about. Where they feel like they can't miss a note to the point they just start adding things that feel right to the movement. Everything feels perfect. Every sound, every beat, every pitch just feels perfect. The timing is sensational, and every time it's done in the film, it just makes you want to bop your head. Seeing these guys' skills grow during the movie and seeing where they came from is a reminder to keep going. Although this group grew as a band, the band's name is Jazz by the way, one man rose up against the rest of them. Every note he played and the passion at which he played it goes beyond your ears, man. He becomes what we know as the Blue Giant. This movie was a vibe, and I'd like to know if you guys have ever played an instrument before, or even played jazz. And if you like this video in particular, like and subscribe to the channel, and click on the 2 coming up at the end. Trust me, if you love this video, you're gonna like a lot on the channel. But thanks for watching, God bless, and peace.